So expanding upon that video that I just did, the next big question is, should this decision be challenged by the trail committee with a lawsuit, in an actual court setting, singling out Hugh Neff, um, you know, focusing on the implications for other mushers down the line getting singled out in a somewhat political or arbitrary manner. We can look at, again, comparative examples. Brent Sass, won the race last year. He struggled in Iditarod. He struggled in the quest with dog deaths. Neff struggled in Iditarod. Neff struggled in the quest with dog deaths too. Both of them are quest champions. There was really no data point or metric or policy to me that basically allows Brent to run the race and not Hugh. If there's something else going on behind the scenes, I don't know. I'm not privy to it, but I think that there should be transparency. There should be disclosure if there is. Certainly, I think Neff's team looked, coming into Ruby, I think was where he was pulled. A lot of females, a lot of smaller dogs, white dogs, and they weren't rambunctious, big, and hairy. But again, Dallas's team, there were other teams who looked like those that warm, sloppy trail in the interior, on the portage over to the river, to the Yukon River. It took its toll on the dog team. So again, does this need to go to court? And who would be the correct, attorney in Alaska, who would probably have to do it basically pro bono to represent Hugh? Maybe Lanier has some connections. I look at what's going on again. It's like, who's the guy representing Eastman right now? Does this really need to go to court? And I think we can sort of do an inverse. This bright sun hitting me in the side of the face, but we can do an inverse. On this sort of a thing. That's not a nuisance lawsuit in any shape or form. I think that there needs to be some clarity and some transparency on that for other mushers in the future, because otherwise we're just left with a system where it's political and arbitrary, and that's really problematic. In terms of trying to shape a healthy and healthy community in the dog mushing sport. Obviously everyone's got political, everyone's got opinions, but it has to be something that you can clearly point to in the rules, metric and policy. Why not? Why this guy? Why not that guy? And it really isn't in terms of that decision by the Iditarod. I don't see that being articulated.